Welcome to Rigid Academy. In this video, we're going through a complete step-by-step guide to formwork installation, from planning and materials to pouring and stripping. If you're a site engineer, foreman, or simply passionate about construction, this lesson will give you the exact workflow, safety checks, and tips used on real projects. Let's get started. Formwork might be temporary, but mistakes here can cost serious time and money. Poor formwork causes misaligned slabs, honeycombing, leaks, and in the worst case, structural problems. But when you get the basics right, you save concrete, avoid rework, and achieve clean, accurate finishes. Let's start with planning and preparation. Before anything else, study the structural drawings and shop drawings carefully. Confirm all dimensions, levels, and tolerances. Check reinforcement detailing, concrete cover, embedded items, and openings. Then, decide which formwork system you'll use. Traditional timber, plywood on props, modular steel, or a modern system like table forms or panelized shuttering. Calculate the loads on your forms, the fresh concrete pressure, vibration loads, and any construction loads. Make sure these are communicated clearly to your formwork supplier. Also, plan the construction sequence. Determine which pours will come first, where the concrete pump or truck will access, how scaffolds and working platforms will be arranged, and how long curing will take. Good planning is half the job done. Next, gather the right tools, materials, and protective equipment. The essential tools are spirit levels, laser levels, tape measures, hammers, impact wrenches, and adjustable jacks or props. You'll also need form ties, whalers, braces, shims, and release agents. Common materials include plywood or form board, timber battens, steel beams, tie rods, and form oil. For safety, always wear your helmet, gloves, boots, reflective vest, and eye protection. Now let's go through the installation process step by step. We'll start with wall formwork and then move to slabs. For wall formwork, first, set out and stake your control lines. Transfer these points to the formwork level and check alignment with a plumb bob or laser. Next, install the horizontal whalers and spreaders to distribute loads evenly. Then, erect the panels, position them correctly, check for gaps, and make sure all joints align properly. After that, place the form ties and clamps according to the design spacing. Tie heads should be flush or protected to prevent concrete leakage. Before you brace, verify that all openings, sleeves, and embedded items are in their exact positions. Finally, install diagonal bracing to resist lateral loads and apply the release agent evenly to all contact surfaces. Now for slab formwork, start by setting up the props and beams according to the layout grid. Adjust the props to the required height and spacing specified by the formwork design. Then, install the form boards or table panels, laying them over the joists. Stagger the joints and ensure all panels are tight and level. Use a laser or level to check the deck elevation and shim as needed. Next, confirm that reinforcement chairs are properly placed and cover is maintained. Set up the edge forms, expansion joints, and drainage slopes. Once everything is ready, perform a final inspection. Check ties, anchors, conduits, openings, and safety barriers before pouring. Now comes the concrete pouring and vibration stage. Coordinate closely with your concrete supplier and pump operator. Pour continuously between construction joints to avoid cold joints. For walls, pour from one end upward in lifts as specified. When vibrating, Move the vibrator head slowly and avoid over-vibrating near form faces, because that causes segregation or blowholes. Always have a dedicated person monitoring the formwork during pouring. Their only task is to watch for leaks, bulging, or tie failures. If any section starts deflecting, stop the pour immediately and secure additional bracing. After the pour, focus on curing and protection. Concrete needs to gain strength gradually, so protect it from rapid drying or temperature changes. You can use curing compounds, wet burlap, or plastic sheets. Keep the formwork in place until the concrete reaches the required stripping strength. For slabs, this could be 24 to 48 hours, but for walls and columns, it may take longer. Always follow the engineer's recommendations and never rush this stage. Premature stripping often causes cracks and permanent deformations. Once curing is sufficient, you can move to stripping the formwork. Remove props and bracing in a controlled sequence to avoid sudden load transfer. Clean each panel thoroughly after stripping. Repair or replace damaged plywood and reapply release agent if you plan to reuse the forms. Inspect the concrete surface carefully for honeycombs, blowholes, or alignment issues. Mark and document any defects for repair. And most importantly, use lifting equipment for heavy panels. Never let workers stand directly under suspended formwork. Now let's talk about common mistakes and how to avoid them. Number 1. Poor alignment and levels. Always set accurate control lines and double-check with lasers or theodolites. Number 2. Insufficient ties or bracing. Formwork must be designed for maximum hydrostatic pressure, so don't cut corners. Number 3. Skipping release agent or applying it unevenly. This leads to concrete sticking and damaged surfaces. Number 4. Forgetting embedded items or conduits. Always verify them before pouring. And number 5. Stripping too early. Concrete may look hard, but that doesn't mean it has full strength. For quality control, keep a daily formwork checklist. Record panel conditions, tie spacing, bracing, rebar checks, and concrete pour details. Photograph critical stages like alignment and reinforcement positions. Document any deviations and repairs. This saves time during inspection and handover. Finally, a few best practices to wrap up. Standardize your systems. Using modular or table formwork for repetitive elements saves huge time and improves finish quality. Train your crew regularly. A short toolbox talk before each pour can prevent major mistakes. Maintain and store your formwork properly. A well-maintained system can be reused many times and saves cost. And above all, never compromise on safety. Ensure edge protection, safe walkways, and proper fall arrest whenever required. That's the full step-by-step guide to formwork installation. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Rigid Academy for more practical construction videos. In the next episode, we'll look at a real project example, a 300 square meter slab pour, and calculate prop spacing and load transfer. You can also download a free printable checklist for formwork inspection using the link in the description. Thanks for watching Rigid Academy. Build smart, build safe, and see you in the next video.